All right, welcome in everyone to another One Piece discussion. Today we are joined by the infamous B.D.A Law, and today we're here to discuss the latest chapter of One Piece 1062, most notably the cover page, which shows Aokiji coming into Wholecake Island. But before we get started, B.D.A, if somehow people are living under a rock and don't know who you are, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, man. They probably don't know who I am. Yo, what's poppin'? B.D.A Brago. Excited to be here, Sai. Thank you for having me. And
of course,
I have some interesting thoughts about the cover page, just because I've been getting a lot more comments about it lately. So I'm excited to dive into this one.
Yeah, well, let's just hop right into it. So right here we see Chocolate Town covered in ice. A long time ago, a lot of people were speculating that it was the Blackbeard Pirates, but they got deterred because we saw the Vinsmokes right afterwards. But finally, lo and behold, the Oda misdirections hitting us once again. The lottery tickets paid off. We see that Blackbeard's crew, or at least Aokiji, who is allied with him, is in there. Yeah. So, like, did you immediately go to Aokiji? Or I saw some people were also referring to Caesar when they saw this too.
That's what I'm saying. So my first thought is Aokiji, right? Because this just looks like ice to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something that's like, that makes me feel more that it's ice. I don't know, maybe it's just how it's drawn is, well, first off, the people are frozen, right? So it could be like Shinokuni and how Smiley was and everything Smiley did. But it doesn't seem like it, just based off of, I don't know if I'm reaching, but the first guy on the right, it's almost like he's like frozen, but his eyes are moving a little bit. Like, it's like, he's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure if that's what Oda's going for, to let you know, like, he's frozen. But people are saying, like, so I've heard a bunch of things, right? One thing was like, oh, Chocolate Town is melting. I was like, this doesn't really look like melting to me.
No, it's that is frozen. Look at the water.
Yeah, it looks like it's frozen. And it doesn't look like how Shinokuni looked, because Shinokuni is like a bit more smooth. Like, they like just got smooth over. This looks like ice, bro. And so okay, so obviously I want it to be Aokiji, right?
Yeah, we're biased. We want Aokiji. Nobody wants Caesar to be here.
Because it's like, we don't care, right? Because if Caesar is already gone, why would we care about Chocolate Town being frozen over by Shinokuni? It doesn't do anything
and also, we met Caesar while he was hiding in an alleyway. You think he did this beforehand? No. Like, this is 1000% Aokiji. Yeah,
I think it's Aokiji. I mean, I understand the people that have the take about it being Caesar because he was there. You think of Shinokuni. I get it. But this does not feel the same way at all. Like, it feels like, and then this one, it can be Aokiji. He's freezing innocent people. Well, he can freeze innocent people and not kill them. Right?
Yeah, he did that to Robin. He did that to Luffy. Zoro, Sanji.
Yeah, so it's like, this is not a novice, all right? This is a Navy admiral, right? Top 10, top 15 all time. So this person is like, he's skilled. So him doing this to appease Blackbeard, I don't know why people think that's crazy. It was like, why would Aokiji do this? Well, he's a Blackbeard affiliate. At least
he's either undercover or he's, just actually affiliated with him and he's trying to help him out. Like, we don't really know. And like you said, like, he's not killing people.
No, it's like he is smart enough, he is skilled enough where he can freeze people over and not kill them. So I think this is ice, right? I think this is Aokiji 100%. But some people, for the people that don't, I don't want you to feel bad for thinking it's Caesar, right? Because
that is a good guess. I didn't even think about Caesar.
I didn't initially at all, because it's just how it is in the air. It's like the some of the smoke. It feels like ice residuals, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess I can ask you here, like, where does it go? You know what I mean? Like, where do we go? Because people did, we are in the One Piece community. We went back and looked at the shoes, right? It was like, okay, it could be Aokiji.
I mean, he has the cape.
Yeah, right. Could be Aokiji and could be Van Augur. That's what people are like going to, those two guys. So I don't know. Where do you think it goes? They're in Chocolate Town. And that is where pudding typically is.
Yep.
That's not even where the poneglyph is. So it's just like, why are you in Chocolate Town? I don't remember where Mondour and his book was. I wouldn't assume for it to be Chocolate Town unless they're trying to get somebody from there.
I think they were in Chocolate Town in the beginning, and then they moved through the mirrors and then got to where they are now.
Yeah.
But another thing with this cover page too is that, like you said, it could be Van Augur, it could be Lafitte, or it could even be like the 10th Blackbeard commander.
Ooh.
But no matter who it is,
Aokiji.
Aokiji's there too. And I think Aokiji did these guys a favor, because do you think the Blackbeard Pirates are about to like let these guys live? No.
They would kill them.
They would kill them. Aokiji did them a favor by freezing them, in my opinion. He saved them from whatever death was awaiting them.
Yeah.
And now that we came to this conclusion that the Blackbeard Pirates, or at least Aokiji, is here, the real question does become, why are they here? I guess the most notable one is the road poneglyph, maybe even Pudding for her third-eyed abilities to read the poneglyphs.
Right.
But I wanted to lean more towards the devil fruit side, because the Blackbeard Pirates are notorious devil fruit hunters. That's what they're known for. Yes. We saw them even steal Absalom's devil fruit. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, do you have any devil fruits here in Wholecake Island, or even from just the Big Bomb Pirates in general, that you think Blackbeard and his crew would want to steal?
Okay, so we talked about this a little bit. So I guess do you want to go in order?
Yeah, we'll go in order. We'll start from the bottom, and then we'll go to the top.
Okay. All right, so Peckham's turtle.
Yeah, Peckham's with the turtle zoid fruit. Do you think the Blackbeard Pirates want Peckham's turtle fruit?
So there's an idea that, okay, what if Blackbeard gets this fruit, and then that kind of diminishes some of the damage he takes because, of the turtle fruit or whatever.
Yeah, he takes the double damage, takes less damage because of the shell.
Because the shell, right? I don't know. Other than that, pretty useless fruit. This is not one I would want. Good. No,
I mean, well, granted, he could also give it to like anybody else, right? Like Lafitte could get it. I mean,
Burgess.
We saw how much damage he took with Sabo. I mean, he could use the turtle fruit.
But even if he did, unless like he can grow shells on his face and shit like that, which I don't know, it's a turtle fruit, probably could. Then it's not stopping anything.
Yeah, no. Lo and behold, I don't think Peckham's is. I don't think his life is in danger here.
No, he's fine. I think Peckham's is one that's pretty all right.
So to all the 2 Peckham fans out there, your boy's okay.
He'd be all right.
Yeah. The next devil fruit we have on our list here is Tamago, who has the egg fruit. I don't even know what the heck that is. Okay. I forgot Tamago was a character. I'm not even gonna lie. Like he turned into like a bird, I think.
So yes. So
yeah.
Tamago. He has one of my favorite attacks of all time.
Really? What?
Yes.
What attack?
Leg Benedict.
What? Leg Benedict? What? What is that? I have to look this up. Leg Benedict.
So basically, the attack is like a pun on a leg and the breakfast dish.
Yeah.
Eggs Benedict. So it's just like, it's such a fucking hilarious attack. And then this is anime only, but he got an attack called Sunnyside Legs as well. So,
why do you know all his abilities, bro?
I like Tamago, man. Okay,
yeah,
so
were you like a part of like Tamago for Straw Hat? Like
maybe
replace Sanji with Tamago?
Yeah, I started a secret forum. Yeah, that was me, bro. Yeah. So the thing is with his devil fruit, is that it's a hilarious play as well. Like I think this is one of his best ideas because it's a play on like what came first, the chicken or the egg. Because after he gets like after he gets hurt or whatever, he transforms into the second form as Viscount Hiyoko, right? And his skin turns yellow and all that. And then after that, his next form is Count Nuatori, right? That's his third form. So it's like, I don't know if he can die, bro. Like, because I think after Count Nuatori, he just keeps being reborn as an egg. So it's just like...
Bro, this is so crazy. So it's funny because I, who have watched Wholecake Island twice now, and read the manga twice for that arc, I do not even remember what Tamago even does. And here you are with like 500 IQ, remembering all of his abilities, his entire devil fruit.
Listen,
like what's up? You got something to tell us?
It was always hilarious, man, and I really like eggs. So I think his devil fruit is one that maybe the Blackbeard Pirates do not appreciate initially because it's like, okay, what the hell is that? But like, it is honestly like the Wholecake Island version of like Marco's fruit, bro. Like it's like he gets to be reborn from the cracks.
It is an egg fruit, so I guess he could technically be born into a phoenix if he wanted. I mean, I'm not even too sure what the limits are here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any limit, bro.
Yeah,
I think
how high can his ceiling go with the egg fruit?
I know we can get much higher with this fruit, but that's what I'm saying. So like, I think Tamago is fine, but the potential of this egg fruit is up there.
You know what? I marked Tamago off as a joke, but now I have to like consider Tamago as an actual like candidate for a Blackbeard pirate or like Blackbeard devil fruit.
I'm saying. It's up
wow. There. Well, the next one we have on the list is actually something that a lot of people have been talking about even before this video is pudding's fruit, the memory fruit.
Top 15 at least.
Yeah, it's a good fruit, right? Like you could technically use that fruit, and what I would do is
oh my God. I gotta cut that out.
No, that's being cut. That's being cut. Don't worry. That's being cut. You're all good.
Okay. Okay. That is an idea for sure.
Yes.
But I do think that with that fruit, if I'm the world government, that's it's like broken. Imagine, right? Say, imagine you go to the reverie, and slowly but surely 1v1, one at a time, you guys go see. Let's say they go see the Gorosei. Like, hey, we're having a special event where all you guys get a personal conversation with the Gorosei.
Yeah.
You sit down. Here comes the mem fruit, right? Insert some memories or take whatever. And all of a sudden, like, you basically have control of the world even more than you did before. Yeah. Because now you're controlling their memories, right? Or you can play something in there that they think they did that they didn't actually do. It's so many different things you can do with that fruit where it's like, that's a fruit. If I'm the world government, I would want 100%. Or even if not the world government, even if I'm like the revolutionaries. Because you know how much, like, say you capture, I don't know, like a vice admiral, or, I don't know, navy admiral. You use the mem fruit on him, man. Like,
trick him, dude. You're a childhood friend. You need help.
You know what I mean? That is insane. So it is completely broken. And then the possibility with, well, I guess if you get pudding as well with like, possibly reading the poneglyphs. This is one of the best ones. Probably the best one there.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even know what the third eye awakening looks like either.
Yeah.
Like Big Mom was like chastising her because she couldn't awaken her eye, but she already had the eye. So like, what more could she evolve from there? And then not to mention the devil fruit. And if it awakens, you can just affect everybody without that one-on-one meeting. Like that is broken.
I don't know if it's a crack theory, but like I think with pudding, with that devil fruit, she could be lying about it, bro. She could be lying about it being awakened just because I don't want to help you. Like, why would I want to help you?
Yeah, like I don't like Big Mom. Like, I don't want this. Yeah, and here's the thing too, like with the memory fruit, we were all kind of memeing like a couple chapters ago, like, oh, Lelucia, what? Like what is that country? The Gorosei could make that a reality. Yeah.
If anybody mentions it, you could just get rid of it.
Yeah. But I guess the real question does become like, if the Blackbeard Pirates get that memory fruit, what would they even do with it, right? Like, what would they insert? Like straight up hentai? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
Vasco Shot would love that fruit. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, Vasco, that's my
good old Vasco Shot would love the memory fruit.
Listen, I understand One Piece is a, it's a shonen, right?
It's a big world, yeah.
It's a shonen, and it's not. They don't really go there. But I like when One Piece goes dark. Like,
yo, same. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it when One Piece catches people off guard. But on to the next fruit. I don't even know what character this is. It's Galette, and Galette, and his devil fruit is the butter no mi, which is a paramecia.
So Galette is one of the baddest daughters of Big Mom.
Really?
Yes. Galette is. Hold on, I sent you a picture.
Oh, dude! Oh, that's Galette.
Yeah, that's Galette.
I know her, but I didn't know her name. Whoa, yeah. No, Galette's kind of bad.
The infamous Nami picture where she had Nami up and like her titties were all out and shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so
Galette won my heart.
Yeah, so Galette. Here's the thing with Galette's fruit. I remember when Wholecake was going on initially, I wasn't even sure what type of devil fruit it was, but I think this is a great fruit. It's just unfortunate that Galette has it because it's like it's like she can create and control butter, right?
Yeah.
So you can use it as, like she can use it like Hina, but she can bind people like she did with Nami. And again with butter, I would assume once it starts to become even more awakened, you can probably, I don't know, deflect different attacks. You can be very hard to hit.
Yeah, it's like a good version of Alvida's fruit.
Yeah, you could do that, but it's like, it's not a Logia. It's like because she produces it and her body doesn't transform to it. So it's somewhat like, if you get good enough with the fruit, you could be like a non-toxic Magellan, right? Where it's like you can produce it. It's just like Galette doesn't seem like she produces enough.
Underutilized.
Yeah, 100%. But I think in the right hands, the butterfruit could be really devastating.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I was kind of like memeing on the butterfruit, but now that you say it like that, now that I think about it, I mean, I still can't imagine the Blackbeard Pirates getting that devil fruit. And,
but imagine,
lo and behold,
you know how amazing that would be? Like, if you have somebody with a butterfruit and an egg fruit, like...
Oh my gosh. Hey, nonstop Legs Benedict, right?
Oh my God. It would be insane.
Gillette's Legs Benedict are on the menu.
That's it. Big Mom knew what she was doing, bro. She knew what she was doing.
Well, the next devil fruit we have is a pretty interesting one. It's Mont Dior with his book fruit. Ooh. And it's a weird one because his fruit can store things in a book. He can use books as attacks. Like, I feel like it has a lot of utilization. And we even saw that in his book, he had different races in there, right? The guy's like a Pokemon collector.
Yeah.
He has so many different races in that book. Yeah. So I saw one really cracked theory the other day saying, well, maybe Blackbeard wants Mont Dior's devil fruit because there's some random book out there in the world that Blackbeard wants to awaken to bring back the legend of Roxy Zebek, which I think is absolutely crazy, but I mean, anything's possible with the book fruit.
So the book fruit is broken.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can insert people into a book, you can put a bookmark like to where the people are. One thing you can also do is like you can create illusions, right? Where like when Nami and Luffy, they were inside the book, it's like it seemed like they were like under an illusion of what was going on. So with them, it seems like the main thing is storage. It's almost like caribou fruit, but you can also take things out of the book and make them come to life. So it's like you can use those illusions that you have, and I'm not sure if you could draw into the book, write into the book. So it's almost like, honestly, the person that's closest to the peak utilization of this fruit is Crollo.
Crollo, nice.
Yeah, so like, because once the book is closed, the illusion ends, right?
Yeah.
But as long as it's open, and the thing is, the great part is that he doesn't have to hold the book. But it's like, I think this is one of the more broken abilities out there, just because of how much utilization it has. And Blackbeard was an archaeologist. Is that what?
Yeah.
So like him going after this devil fruit would be just because who knows what the hell Big Mom has, bro? That's like Big Mom. Like she probably has the best recipe book like out there. So I think,
yeah, you wouldn't want to fight Mont Dior in a library, that's for sure.
No, not at all. It's like it's over for you. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely a candidate for sure.
The book fruit, just too much utilization, so many possibilities with it. I mean, like if it actually awakens, like what could it not do with books, right?
Yeah.
Like it could bring anything to life. It can put you in a book and bring out the whole story of a book. Like it's kind of broken in a way.
Yeah. Imagine him with the devil fruit book, bro.
oh yeah. Like what would that even look like? Would he just bring devil fruits to life? Like who knows, man?
It'd be insane.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So the next one is another one people have been talking about, which is Brulee's fruit, the mirror fruit. And they said that this could be a really good way to transverse the world.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could see that. I mean, Brulee used it in a pretty good way. She was just really weak in general, but I feel like her utilization of the fruit showed what it could possibly do if in the hands of a right person.
Brulee's devil fruit is definitely a great one, in my opinion. It's, I think, mainly for travel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because of, you know how big the One Piece world is, right? So it's like, if you can basically connect to mirrors, especially places you've been before, et cetera, you sneak in. Like, if you're shitty, you somehow sneak into the Mary Joa. And we saw Lafitte was able to do it before.
Yeah, just by flying there.
By flying there. And, I don't know if you got a market or whatever. That, like, you can infiltrate anywhere, right? It'd be like, it's almost as broken as, like, taking to another story of My Hero. I forget his name, but he had like the warping fruit. Do you remember that guy? Yeah. So it's like, it would be perfect for Blackbeard. Perfect. Just with travel and all. I mean, also just you could trap people there. Like
trap them in the mirror world because it's like its own dimension.
Yeah, it's its own dimension. So like, that's a great one. I think the mirror.
And in a way, it's kind of like a 2-in-1 because if Blackbeard is going after devil fruits or not devil fruits, road poneglyphs. A lot of people were wondering, like, how is he going to make it to Zoe? How is he going to get there? Well, I mean, Zoe has mirrors, right? Like
everywhere has mirrors.
Yeah,
man.
So like there's not a singular country that doesn't.
You know, so it's a great way, especially with the Blackbeard Pirates and having Katarina Devon's fruit, which is that's the perfect fruit, I think. That fruit, Shitty's fruit, it's like infiltration is what the Blackbeard Pirates are great at. So adding that fruit would make it so much easier.
Yeah. But real quick, I just got to go on the Shiryu slander. I think the clear fruit is kind of garbage. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, from outside looking in, 100%.
Unless it's like, unless it negates observation hockey, I feel like it's kind of pointless, but who knows? I guess the sky's kind of the limit.
Yeah, sky's the limit with that. It's just you really don't know where Oda can go with it, you know, with like a clear fruit. Is that what it's called? I forget.
Yeah, clear fruit.
Yeah. So with that, it's just like, I don't know. Like, can he make invisible platforms? You know, like how far can we go with it? Because Oda, he gets into his creative bag where, like, for Hawkins having the straw fruit, he can like create voodoo dolls. Like, it's like, you know.
I honestly thought he was a Zoan for the longest time, like a mythical Zoan. But no, it's just straw.
Just straw.
It's just straw. So, that's it.
You know, so it's different.
Yeah. Well, Brule, you're not safe. You better watch your back. And the next Big Mom pirate that I want to focus on, which is honestly, I feel like he's kind of a meme, but he's one of my favorite Big Mom pirates. It is Charlotte Opera with the cream fruit. I don't know why. There's just something about this character that just, he always gets me hyped when he's on screen.
Getting hyped to Charlotte Opera is hilarious.
I mean, there's something about him. I don't know what it is.
I'd say this, man.
What's up?
Charlotte Opera might be probably responsible for the singular person responsible for the failure of the Tea Party. Just because,
no, you can't pin that on my boy. you can't pin that on my boy.
Didn't he lie about he lied about something? I forget, but I remember like Charlotte Opera. He was the person that like basically was okay. They caused their demise, but Charlotte Opera, man, he is okay. Let me just keep it to his devil fruit. Cream. Listen, I have streams that I make where it's like cream season, shit like that, you know. So it's like I'm all for the cream fruit, bro. Like, he's like the Genghis Khan of One Piece. Yeah, like I think it's amazing as well because like I remember when he was doing it, it was like he had like creme brulee, and it was like really hot. It was really hot cream, and so he's like a tastier Magellan, right? Because it seems like he can produce a lot of it. Yeah. So I think as well, it seems he can form like hands in the cream, so he can have his own cream monster. So yeah. That's great. I love that. I think it's a great fruit where I'm not sure how far it can go with like the different things you can make through cream. I'm sure you can make like cold things with cream, like you make ice cream, right? Like, like you can. If he awakens and makes ice cream, make ice cream. Like I like it. I think it's maybe top 4 because I have
top 4 for Blackbeard plundering fruits.
Top 4, yeah, man. Top 4.
You know 100%. What? Hey, Vasco Shot doesn't have a fruit yet, and let me tell you,
if he gets that,
if Vasco Shot wants a fruit, I think the cream fruit is right up his alley.
I agree.
And last thing I want to talk about with Opera here is that every day I check the Charlotte Opera forums. Yeah. And a lot of people are slandering Charlotte Opera because he lost to Jimbei. But I think Jimbei is cheating because he uses water to attack him. Yeah. And I mean, what devil fruit user can do well against, a fishman that uses ocean water or at least any water?
It's tough with I just think Opera was just like not that great of a fighter.
Whoa, you're also a Charlotte Opera slanderer? Whoa, what's going on, Brago?
I just think like it's one of those things that Opera's just all right, and I think the fruit would be better utilized in other hands. I mean, him coming up with like creme brulee is pretty cool, you know. But it's.
I love how your favorite attacks from these guys are actually just food items.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't forget things like that, man.
Yeah, of course. Well, nice. Now, so we can mark Charlotte Opera as top 4 for Blackbeard fruits.
Top 4. We can let's just give our top 5 after.
Yeah, of course. Our top 5. Let's be real here. The other fruits coming up, they're not going to affect the list really. Next up is Charlotte Oven with the heat fruit, and I think that's actually a pretty good fruit. And I've been saying it since day 1, but I don't know why Smoothie or Snack were a commander when Oven is around. Like, how did that? What was the promotion process like? Because Oven has shown more feats than Snack and Smoothie combined.
I think the main difference is that Oven is kind of like a tryhard.
Yeah.
And so I don't think he's as talented as those guys. Because here's what Oven has, right?
Yeah.
Oven has the heat fruit, right? So with Oven's fruit, it's not even limited by like even how Ace's fruit was limited to fire. His fruit is basically the best comparison to his fruit is Aokiji's fruit, which is chill. So essentially, Oven's fruit can get as hot as he can handle. Like, it's no limit to his devil fruit. So with Oven's fruit, he should be insanely broken. The only difference is his is not a Logia, right? Where Aokiji's a Logia, he's not. He's a Paramecia. And so he's kind of limited. However, there's no reason why Oven didn't have an attack called Heat Wave, right? Like just a fucking...
just makes everybody pass out from a heat stroke, yeah?
He should be basically emanating heat at all times. Like, it should be just
he should have
insane.
King's Gimp suit, like just restraining the heat.
It should be something like where Oven, like just being around him, like your throat like gets dry and shit like that.
Oh, that'd be do you read Bleach at all?
Yeah. Oh, like old man Yamamoto.
Yeah, yes. Dude, like Yamamoto, like he starts activating his power, then everybody's like, yo, like my throat's kind of dry. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that, and the thing is, here's the thing. Oda cannot like make all these characters as broken, but if an admiral had the heat fruit, then I think it's game over, bro. Because it has the potential to like just break so many barriers. Just basically, it's heat. There's no limit.
Like, there's no limit. How high can the ceiling go?
Yeah, exactly. So it just comes down to the user. This is one of those fruits where like the user is really important. So this is a great one.
I think it's up there. Like, if a Blackbeard Titanic commander gets this fruit, like how high could they go? Like, would they show more like aptitude to this fruit than Oven ever did?
And imagine Blackbeard getting this fruit. It's a great substitute to Ace's fruit, right? Where it's like, all right, I didn't get the Murmur no Me, but at least I got this fruit, which like I could still use heat. It's just you don't have the invincibility of like being a Logia. But I think as we've gone through the story, we realize that Logia devil fruits are kind of overrated a little bit.
Yeah, especially since you can hit it with hockey.
Yeah. So it's like, it's cool, right? But like, if you can create like a heat wave just from being around, like, I think it's just as impactful.
Yeah. No, definitely top 3 fruit. Next one is a weird one. It's Daifuku's fruit. It's the genie or the Hoya fruit.
Ugh.
What was that? Was that a ugh of disgust?
It's
what
bad,
was that?
Man. It's bad.
Like how good it is, or what?
Yeah,
do you not like his fruit?
No. Okay, so one of the things that I mentioned earlier was like Montdore's fruit, right? Where it's like he can use his books. He doesn't even have to touch the book. He can just like do things, right?
Yeah.
You have to keep rubbing yourself for this devil fruit to be activated.
Yeah.
Right? For certain people, that might be okay.
Yeah.
But no, it's just super unnecessary. It's like, all right, it's almost like having a stand, but because you're rubbing yourself, you can't utilize it in a great way, right? So it would be amazing if you didn't have to rub yourself your entire time and you have like essentially a genie fighting with you that's connected to you. Like, the combos would be insane, but like you can't use one of your hands. Yeah. It's just No.
The Hoya Hoya no Mi would be really good with Sanji, or like a fighter that only uses kicks.
Yes. But in that instance, sure. But like, it's still like rubbing himself the entire time. It's like, how can he not focus on that? Like, remember like back in the day, it was like, I think, can you rub your stomach and tap your head at the same time? It's just like, it's hard, bro. So like, I think like it could be a great fruit. And I'll mention a fruit at the end here that's not in Wholecake that Oda just, like, I rant about it everywhere, and I think I'm going to do it here as well. Did Oda just, for whatever reason, just nerfed? This is one of them. Like, you didn't have to have him rubbing himself the entire time.
No.
Like, just rub it out. Like, that sounds weird, but yeah, rub it out, and then he's here, and then just, I don't know.
2-in-1 fighter. Like, that would be a good fruit. And
it would be good
like,
that.
honestly, if Daifuku has Armament Haki, who's to say Daifuku himself just isn't stronger than his genie? Like, is it even a worthy trade-off?
That's what I'm saying. It would be great because then I could have Haki. Because it's just like, okay, I have different commands for him. Maybe he becomes strong enough where he's sentient and doing his own thing and whatever. I don't know. But like, it just limits it with him having to rub himself.
Like, even Hawkins could control his giant scarecrow and do his own things on the side.
Yeah.
Like not even Daifuku can do that. Come on.
And listen, the genie is strong, right?
Yeah, so it is.
It's like, I remember it destroyed a bunch of Tartar ships, like, easily. But it's just, he has to be rubbing himself. That's the major deterrent for me. Honestly.
And the weirdest part is that at first, when we first met Daifuku, I didn't even think he had a devil fruit because he wears like a belt for it too. So it's like. Yeah. Did the belt eat the devil fruit, or did he eat the devil fruit and he just always has a belt attached to him? Like, what's even the logistics of that?
That's weird. That's a weird one. I don't know.
Like, it's one of those devil fruits that like actually alters your body in a way.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one.
Yeah,
and like I said, like Daifuku himself and his genie, they are strong enough to like cause really devastating damage, but I would just love it if, like, that was a thing that he could do at all times. And I'm trying to remember exactly if he had to rub, because every time I remember seeing him, he was rubbing himself. So it's just like, no, actually, no, he definitely has to rub himself to use the genie, 100%.
I don't know if he has to constantly rub, but I know he definitely like rubs a fat one out, because I remember back when I was watching Wholecake Island, like we would spend a solid like 3 minutes watching Daifuku rub it out. It was a whole thing.
I'm looking at it now, and like he has to be rubbing his thigh, like his fucking thigh, damn near, like his fucking abdomen, while using the genie. It looks like he has to continuously do it for the most part. Well. He has to do it, bro, because he smacked putting away. He can take his hand away for a bit, like, because he smacked putting away.
But he has
while
to go
he was
back,
rubbing,
or else he loses it.
Yeah, he has to go back and continuously rub. And it seems like while he's using the genie, like he's rubbing with both hands, by the way. So I was wrong about that. It wasn't just one hand. He's rubbing with both hands. So like this fucking shot is amazing, because here it's like the genie's there and the genie's about to fight Sanji. He's just rubbing himself in the background. Looks like he's like enjoying himself to this fight.
One crazy thing about Daifuku before we move on is that they never explained if the genie has like that shading because he has Haki, or if it's just like the genie always looks like that either.
Yeah, they don't say. They don't say.
Like it's kind of like Robin's Demonia form, right? Like we don't really know until the anime like shows us or tells us differently. Like, is that Haki, or is that just like the color of it? I'm not. He's a Big Mom, technically one of Big Mom's best fighters. He has to have Haki. Like he has to. If he doesn't, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, he has to have Haki, I think.
Yeah.
He has to have Haki.
He has to have Haki. All right, next one. We have, we're getting to the crazy devil fruits now, where we're moving up in the ladder. And the next one, I think, is a really good devil fruit. But, I mean, I feel like the character's lack of imagination sometimes holds it back, especially in Wano, because every episode of Wano, I always, like, meme on him because he only does the same attack, and that's Pedo Spedo, who only uses candy arrows. And I'm just like, why arrows? Like, why, like, anything else other than candy arrows, please? But all in all, it's a really good devil fruit.
Parasparrow is interesting, just considering. Okay, so yeah, he does spam candy arrows. Not gonna lie about that. but his utilization is
good.
Because one thing, this is how I kind of judge characters, like what they can do without their devil fruits, like even when not in combat. So
yeah,
like when Aokiji, like he like froze the whole sea and he was just like riding his bike on it, like you know, it's like just shows the range. Perospero was able to create like a freaking beautiful, just electronic damn near candy escalator in like a second.
No,
right?
see, Perospero is amazing, but I'm just like in Wano though, I feel like he's definitely nerfed. That's my like Wholecake Island Perospero is like peak.
No, the thing is, what's crazy is that like, do you remember that when Big Mom caught Marco and she told Perospero to end him, Marco was sweating a little bit.
Yeah, he was
from candy arrows, man. So I think Perospero is one of those characters that he is honestly probably very close to being as strong as commanders in the One Piece story.
Yeah,
it's just that he's not as utilized because his power can be really broken. And again, he's a master, like he's a master craftsman. So like him just using arrows doesn't really make sense considering just how good we know he can be with his fruit. But it's just, if we just look at the devil fruit itself, it's one of the best ones.
Yeah, the candy fruit is ridiculous, and it's so good that Oda actually used it twice.
Yeah.
Like it's not obviously it's not canon, but in one of the One Piece movies, there was actually another character that had the Ame no Mi, which is also supposed to be a candy fruit. So Oda like reused this devil fruit just for Perospero. Like this is a big deal.
I think that was.
It was the one with the bounty hunters
movie.
and the race.
The fourth movie. I think it was like candy syrup type thing, but it's the same thing.
And it's actually like his was a Logia, so it was even more crazy.
Yeah. So it's like, do you think like that would be cool if in One Piece it's like you had variations of every fruit, like?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Like for instance, you had like you have a Paramecia fire fruit, like a Zoan fire, and like a Logia fire. Like just I guess in regards to attributes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. If you had to have a devil fruit, what would it be? Just off topic question.
Okay, the context is important here. So like, would it be if I had to have a devil fruit in the real world or in One Piece world?
Let's say One Piece world.
Enel.
And that's a good one. Enel's Rumble, yeah.
Rumble. That is lightning me all day.
No, that's actually kind of dope.
I thought about laws was like you have to actually go to school and shit.
You have to know about doctor stuff. It's like the operation room. Yeah, I don't want that.
No, give me a no.
I might be Asian, but I didn't go to college for doctorates. Let me tell you right now. I would take the Yami no Mi.
Yami?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that are in the One Piece world who rely on their fruits, and I just want to knock them down a peg.
Yeah.
I just want to like absorb the powers and be like, what are you gonna do now? You know, like, what is your escape route now?
Yeah, it's I think fighting Blackbeard is one of the more scary things you can do, just cause you are so confident in your abilities, and these abilities you've honed all your life. And then imagine like taking that away, taking that away. You know what I mean?
Like even somebody who uses only Hanki, like Shanks, for example, Blackbeard was able to scar him and put the fear of God in the man.
Yeah,
that is saying something.
Yeah, he went to Pops, was like, man, come on, dude.
Yo, you need to bring back Ace. Like,
bring him back.
Do not send him to Blackbeard. Blackbeard gave me this scar. It's aching. Like, don't send him his way. Like Blackbeard, like I think aside from everything we've seen so far, like he's hiding something nasty underneath there.
Yeah,
there's something there.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy theories.
There's like a million theories of Blackbeard.
Yeah, I think the most popular one is that it was fellatio under the blanket, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the most popular one.
Yeah,
I can't go a day without hearing a theory about fellatio under the blanket. Oh God, I hate it when my One Piece spoiler feed is filled with fellatio.
just spamming, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. So many retweets, quote retweets. It's nuts.
Do you understand? Can you believe these guys, man?
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be in the One Piece live action even.
Oh man, that's gonna be insane. I can't wait.
So next devil fruit we have is Cracker's fruit, the biscuit fruit, which I mean I guess that's pretty decent, but I mean I feel like biscuits kind of have a limit to an extent, right? Like water kind of messes you up.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to think. It's a good one. It's honestly a good one.
It's a good devil fruit, but I feel like unlike the other ones who we look at and say, well, maybe the Blackbeard Pirates can expand upon that ability. When it comes to the biscuit fruit, it's like, can they? Like, I feel like Cracker kind of pulled everything out, or maybe I'm just like lacking imagination, I guess.
Yeah, that's the tough thing with Cracker's devil fruit, because here's the thing. If you're strong enough and you can coat all of these biscuit soldiers, because it seems like infinite biscuit soldiers, in like hockey, you can create essentially like an army of soldiers. It's like and it comes down to you and your abilities. So Crackers is one that I don't know if I'd want it personally, but it's a pretty good one.
Yeah. I mean, it stood a chance against Gear 4th Luffy, right? Like, he had to whip out Tank Man and fight him for like multiple days with Nami's help. It is inherently a good fruit.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's just I think it like you said, I feel like we saw the peak of like how far that fruit can go. And so with the others, it's almost like the dragon thing in the story, where Dragon is still, he gets a lot of clout and he like still heralded because we haven't seen him fail, right? And so with the others, we've seen like what they can do. With Dragon, there's still potential of what he could do. So we're kind of always just like, oh man, Dragon, he could be just insane. So I think that's one that's like, that's kind of what this fruit is. Pretty good fruit though, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a good fruit. Like, but also like, what does Awakening be? Like, just turn the floor into biscuits?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was awakened already.
Yeah, I mean, he could be awakened, honestly.
Yeah, I thought he was awakened already. But it would seem like you can turn everything into biscuits. But I don't remember if we saw that. Listen, bro, my thing is that like every person that is like at least a commander, you should be awakened.
Yeah, I feel like you need to be, especially this late in the game. Like, if not 50% of the Blackbeard Pirates are awakened, I'd actually be a little bit surprised.
And also like Cracker was, I want to say Oda didn't even show all that he could do, because something that Cracker had, right, is like after his biscuit soldiers got hit, it looked like they were coughing, bro. It looked like they were coughing up blood, but it was like jam, right?
Yeah.
So Cracker should be able to manipulate jam as well.
Yeah,
right?
Biscuits and jam.
Yeah.
He also has a named sword too. Like his sword is like high tier.
He's actually a pretty good swordsman.
Yeah. Cracker's a strong character. He just got done dirty by Tank Man Luffy.
It's like, so Oda had this character that's kind of like, all right, he's pretty strong, but then he kind of like he did this thing where he's just super limited, and he's a fucking glass cannon, So,
yeah.
With that, I think Oda recognizes just how strong Cracker and his devil fruit could be, so he kind of placed that limit on him, But Cracker's his devil fruit is one of the great ones. Could be one of the great ones.
I mean, I think overall Cracker's a great character. If only he trained his body a little bit more, he'd be a menace.
Yeah, he'd have to.
I mean, to be fair, like Oda had to create another Gear 4th form that only showed up once just to defeat Cracker. So that's kind of saying something too.
And Cracker, like all the things he had against him, he had the what is that? He had the River card, right? And he had the trees.
Yeah.
He had Nami's rain.
He fought Luffy for multiple days. Luffy kept on running and eating his biscuits. Like it was a bad fight for him.
It was a lot.
Yeah, I would like leave that fight scarred. Like I wouldn't be able to fight ever again.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. So
well, then
Cracker.
The next character we have is one of the most hyped characters in the One Piece verse. A lot of people really hype her up for some reason, but we have Smoothie on the list. And are you a Smoothie fan, Brago?
I don't know.
Really? like you're still questioning it even to this day.
Like I had very like high expectations.
Yeah.
Smoothie, you know, where it's like she is one of those people that she is like, she should be one of the top guns for Big Mom. You know what I mean? And she did not live up to her billing that will be expected of her. Not even close, right? So, am I a fan? I would say I was a fan initially. Now I'm just like, it's whatever. Just because she hasn't shown anything, bro. Like, nothing.
It's a weird character. Like, we got introduced to her and she had like an over 1 billion bounty berry. She was sitting really high and mighty. She juiced somebody like in front of us.
Yeah.
And after that, we just didn't see anything. And the thing is Oda teased us. In Wholecake Island, we're like, okay, we're going to fight Smoothie. And then we didn't. And then here comes Wano. Smoothie is the main commander showing up alongside Pedo. And we're like, yo, okay, Smoothie didn't shine in Wholecake Island. She is going to shine in Wano. And guess what happens? She gets knocked off the waterfall twice and we never see her again.
Nope.
That is it. Like, it's not even like Smoothie's being like memed on. She's just being forgotten. That's actually what it is.
It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because she is, she has the, I mean, she should have had the cachet to be able to do like amazing things, but I don't know. Like it's like I thought she would get redeemed in Wano, right?
Yeah,
I really thought she'd get redeemed in Wano, and nothing came of it. So it's just like,
I forgot she was in Wano.
Yeah, that's the thing. And so with Smoothie, I'm kind of like, all right. When she initially came to Wano, I was like, okay, this is perfect. She didn't get a chance to shine in Wholecake Island, so Oda's bringing her back so that she can actually do something. She didn't do anything, right? She didn't do anything. So it's like, why even bring her back to Wano?
Yeah, there's literally no point. Like, she did just as much in Wholecake Island, Wano, as any of the random Big Mom fodder did. Like, she did nothing.
Yeah, it's
just unfortunate, I think, is what it is.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it really sucks.
And it's like you said. Like, I feel like Smoothie is really strong. She has over 1 billion berries. She is the second Yonko commander over Cracker, and has a juice fruit, which we've only seen like once or twice.
Yeah,
she has something there.
I think she can do great things because she can even incorporate it into her like her body and make herself bigger, and her slashes bigger and stuff like that. And she has like almost like a one-hit KO. Like, she can actually drain you once she captures you. So it's funny enough because I remember when Reiju hit her, like, she could drain the poison out as well, bring the poison out. So like, it's a lot there, bro. I just don't understand why, you know, like just why Oda decided to do her like that. Because people, I mean, when we think of commanders in general, next to Burgess, she's probably the worst one that people mention.
And it's like, unlike Burgess, who actually gets beaten left and right, like, Smoothie hasn't really been beaten. She's just been like, people just run away from her and that's it. Burgess
was up against Sabo, you know? It was just like...
Okay, to be honest though, like, the second in command of the Blackbeard Titanic captains, or at least that ranking, I would expect him to at least be on par with Sabo.
See, I never like viewed him as that. I always looked at him as like, he was a second captain of the. I think he was a captain of the first ship, right? So like,
first ship. You're right.
Yeah. But so like people looked at him as a right hand. It was like, yeah, he's a captain of the first ship, but like Shitty was kind of like.
He's like the Zoro of their crew. He's really the second man.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't understand why. I like going up against the Flame Emperor. You can understand it, you know.
You're not gonna last long. Well, yeah, that's true. Well, but then again, like, I feel like at least for Burgess, his showing was so bad in a way where if I imagine a future matchup between him or any of the Straw Hats, I'm just like, who's really gonna struggle with Burgess? Like, I'm not too sure. Like, unless he gets a devil fruit, then that could be changed, or maybe he wasn't even showing his full potential. But I don't know. Like, I just imagine like even Jinbei against Burgess, like Burgess would kind of get whooped.
I think Burgess is just like, it's unfortunate who he went up against. I think we're definitely gonna see Burgess again. I do think Burgess probably maybe Jinbei.
You think Jinbei? I can see it. They have like a similar build and everything too. Yeah, Shockwave, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Jinbei. Like, again, he's going up against Sabo, and here's how we scale it, right? Ace was able to tie with Jinbei. Rookie Ace, by the way. In that case, it's like, yeah, Jinbei is strong, but Jinbei would 100% lose to Sabo. Maybe in, I don't want to say similar fashion, but Sabo beats him pretty overwhelmingly. It was unfortunate he just went up against like.
It's kind of a meme Sabo. Because I brought it before, but like imagine having that Meta no Mi for multiple years, and you only get called like Fire Fist Ace, and then you have a brother who takes that fruit, and then in less than 2 months, people start calling you Flame Emperor instead. It's like, yo, like that is crazy. The hype Sabo gets versus the hype Ace gets is nuts, but it's honestly just like pre-time skip curse. Like Ace, if he was post-time skip and if he had hockey and everything else, and we got to see a proper showing of his conquers, I feel like it'd be very different. Yeah. So it's just a curse of the times is all it is, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate things, but like, I give Burgess, I think Burgess versus Jinbei is happening, bro. I think it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good matchup, honestly. Yeah. So as far as Smoothie's juice fruit, do you think Blackbeard Pirates would be interested in that?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with Blackbeard Pirates. They have this thing where they went after the clear fruit, right? Yeah. And so with that, it kind of makes it hard for me to see him passing up on Smoothie's fruit, you know? So it's just like, yeah, it's not the best fruit here, but we've gone through just how well utilized it could be. And so,
yeah, I mean, if they saw an interest in the clear fruit and they took it from Absalom, then who's to say they don't have their eye on like another goofy fruit that we just don't know of yet?
That's what I'm saying.
That could be utilized better.
Exactly.
And I mean, what better underutilized fruit is there out there than the juice fruit?
Underutilized fruit. It's like, because that's the top tier that like fumble the bag the most with their fruit. That's like,
it's just screaming at you.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of.
So also, funny enough though, like we're going down this list of all these devil fruits, but one more thing that like is also there is that whoever's fruit they try to take, we have to imagine that Aokiji and whatever Blackbeard pirate is with him is probably gonna like destroy them, like take them out, kill them, bring them back to Beehive or whatever. And honestly though, I mean, against Aokiji, like what can you really do, right? Like we had Green Bull take down King and Queen together, and I would almost argue that he's one of the weaker admirals. Yeah. And he was able to do that. So Aokiji, who's like the second strongest, like, come on.
Yeah, they should have no chance. Yeah. Realistically.
It's unfortunate. Like, I love Smoothie. I love Cracker. Or maybe, okay, I don't love Smoothie. I love Cracker. I love Katakuri, but dang, like, it's just, they have the odds against them.
There's not much you can do against this guy. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Which brings us to our next contestant here. We have Katakuri with the Mochi Mochi.
I think they definitely won it just because it's the only, as far as we know, the only special Parameci in the series. So it's kind of like one that's, you know, hey, why not? Let's just take it. It's a special, it's one of the special ones, you know. So I can see them definitely taking that fruit for sure. And we and the thing is, I think Katakuri has shown us the peak of that fruit. But you know, it'd be probably slightly better in an admiral's hands because they could probably, you know, they could probably use multiple things in succession. So like you're kind of coating your donut mochi, your peerless donuts with like mochi that's like if you get hit by him, it's like sticky, and then like maybe you have it where it's like it's peerless, but like imagine creating like the peerless donuts, but like 10 or 15 different ones coming at you,
different
at the
angles
same
and
time.
everything.
Different angles. You know what I mean? So it's just like where Katakuri had to like coat his hands. I don't know how, like that technique is fucking insane. But he kind of
it was a cool design.
Yeah, because he it's kind of like it creates it, and he's like it kind of mirrors what he's doing, because kind of like it's almost like he created a stand, right?
Yeah,
almost. Like imagine like somebody maybe stronger could create like a whole a whole body, right? Like just a whole something else that can mirror everything you're doing, but it's not your actual body. But it's just like the potential of that fruit is just insane. It's insane. So yeah, they definitely take it, bro.
Yeah, even if Katakuri was at the peak, I feel like even if somebody was lower at, you know, their aptitude with that fruit, they would still be really strong. Like the mochi fruit is like really good in terms of fighting capabilities.
It's it has a stickiness and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think I was just going to say it's the best one, but it's close. It's close.
I think in terms of combat, it might be the best. In terms of utility, it might be one of the lesser ones. But I still think it is like a pretty good candidate overall.
Possibly. Top five.
Top five, yeah.
Top five.
I mean, it's higher than the turtle fruit. That's for sure.
100%. That's the worst one, bro. That's the worst one.
Whoa! Don't do Peckham's like that. Wait. Wasn't Peckham's throwing it back in Zoe? Didn't Beige pierce his shell with a bullet or something? Or was he out of the shell? I think he was out of the shell, but it's still one of those moments that I like scratch my head at. It's like, wait, Beige shot you with a pistol, and you got hurt, but you had the turtle fruit. Like, how? Why?
Yeah, yeah, that's a weird one.
Turtles are strange. Like, there's a reason why we Asian people eat them like every other day, right? Like, they don't deserve to live.
Oh man.
So,
turtle catching strays.
Yeah. All right, the last fruit, which I mean, I feel like might be like top, is obviously gonna be Big Mom and her soul fruit, which arguably would be the most broken out of any of the fruits we mentioned thus far, just because of how diverse it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like, people are going to be like, wait, how is Aokiji and some random Blackbeard pirate going to take down Big Mom? Well, she just lost a fight. She could be injured. We don't really know the situation, but overall, like Big Mom's fruit in general, anybody would kill to have that fruit. It is so versatile.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think Big Mom's fruit could be a top 10 fruit in the series.
Yeah, easily.
You know what I mean? It's one of those devil fruits, but it's just like it's like the control, right? It's the control. And Big Mom, here's the thing with Big Mom's fruit, that she's at the peak of that. You know what I mean? Like she's shown us just how great you can be with the fruit. So, it doesn't get much better than Big Mom with this devil fruit. She's
literally in Wano, and the doors on Wholecake Island that have her soul in it are still working.
Yes.
Like that's how crazy it is.
Yes. It's insanity, bro. It's insanity. I would put Big Mom's fruit like based on her being able to create homies, right? She can pull from her own soul and make herself bigger and stronger, it seems like. So, yeah, it is. It's actually pretty nuts.
Yeah, no, for sure. So now that we've been through all the fruits, I mean, we don't even have to talk about Big Mom that much, just because we see how strong it is. Like, I don't think anybody's going to argue that Big Mom's fruit is kind of lame. But based off this whole list, not in any order in particular, who are your top 3 devil fruits that the pirates, Blackbeard Pirates specifically, would want to take? No order.
It's a top 3.
Top 3.
We'll say Big Mom's.
Okay.
Puddings.
Okay.
And
last one.
We're going brulee.
Brulee with the mirror fruit. Okay.
Yeah, those are 3. What's your 3?
You know what? I'm gonna go with smoothie. Maybe it's me believing in Oda, but I feel like there's a reason why he hasn't shown us the juice fruit. So first one is gonna be smoothie. Second one for me is gonna be Mont Dior with the book fruit, just because I feel like it has so much utilization. It can literally do anything. Like, who knows? Maybe there's a Blackbeard pirate who's really studious and has a library. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight that guy. And then the last one that I'd have to go for, I mean, I thought he was a giant gag, but you've kind of opened my eyes to the possibilities. And I'm going to go with Tamago. And I know a lot of people are going to look at this list, or at least my list, and say, well, those are all really bad devil fruits. But lo and behold, if you give the devil fruit to the right person, they can unlock more potential out of it than the previous user ever could, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to stick with the goofier ones because, I mean, Shiryu ate the clear fruit. Like, I mean, if I was Shiryu, I'd be so upset. I'd be like, why did I eat this? Like, I can just turn invisible and, I don't know, like maybe people with observation hockey can still see me. I mean, Sanji saw Absalom, so it's like, it's not the best if that's the highest the ceiling can go. So I want to stick with the goofy fruits just because I feel like there might be more to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was, there's a lot of potential out there.
I'm not mad at it. I like it. I actually like it a lot. I think with the Blackbeard Pirates and the clear fruit and what they're willing to do there is just like, it just shows like, hey man, we just trying to take devil fruits. Remember when Burgess in Dressrosa, it's like he's going after the member in a meeting. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna take your fruit, Luffy. Like,
yeah, remember he whipped out the knife and he was like, I'm gonna do this right now.
Yeah, which is 100% just like he's just great on the job. Where he's like, yo, I'm adjusting, right? Adjusting on the fly. I can't get that one. I'm leaving with something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So no,
they'll take whatever they can get.
Exactly.
Well, with that being said, thank you, B.D.A, for joining us. Do you want to shout yourself out one last time, just in case somehow some people do not know who you are?
Oh, for sure. You can follow me on my channel, Brago DAs or B.D.A Law. Follow me on Twitter. Same things, Brago DAs. I'm that everywhere. And I appreciate you for having me, Sai.
No, yeah. Hey, thanks for coming in. And thank you guys for coming in as well. If you made it this far, please consider liking, subbing, and doing all that good stuff. And I will look forward to you on the next video, which is One Piece Chapter 1063. So stay tuned for that. And you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And thanks for coming by.